So we're going to start as Austria. We do have achievements on. We have Iron Man disabled. So don't let me forget to save, chat. We are going to immediately go to wherever the hell our dip view is. We are going to release Venice, and we are going to release them as independent, and we're going to play it. Verona is still the capital. Yeah, make that the capital. Right, we are now Venice. So let's see how that's changed. Right, we're going to need to unpause for 1 day to get our pop figures in. We do not have... I think we don't get a cost of living until the end of the week, because that's when it redoes things. So let's have a look at what we've got. Oh, legitimacy thresholds, I'm guessing. Unacceptable government, contested government, legitimate, righteous, and illegitimate. Yeah, no, I can see that working. I can see that working. Annoyingly, it looks like we haven't lucked out. We massively lucked out last time. But I also think they've rebalanced this so that these are stronger. Like, our landowners are 51% of the clout. That is a lot of clout. And that is going to make things interesting. Very interesting. He has no stances. He's going to give us a bit more prestige. A bunch of health. And less infamy generation, which isn't that great for us anyway. So, whatever. So yeah, you know, could be worse. Could be better. Right, let's have a look at what we can get through. So I don't think there's anything on those we actually want to get through. Like, we need to get some elections stat. We need to reduce the power of the landowners. That's going to be tough. We also desperately, desperately need free trade. We can't, because that'll radicalize the landowners, which is a big no-no. That's not going to happen. So we'll see. Yeah, they definitely buffed landowners, which makes sense. Like, I'm not against it. I tend to see no, I don't tend to see the landowners as gammon. I tend to see the petty bourgeoisie, the gammon class. Like, industrialists are at 0. We could really do with them being more active. Right, things that we could have a look at seeing what we can get through. Because if we reform that government, what's going to happen if we say get the armed forces in? Now, interestingly, they endorse colonial resettlement. I kind of feel like we want National Guard early, I think we want dedicated police force as well. I think if we can get the landowners in, which drops us into legitimate government, which is fine. So that would give us the option of dedicated police and a bunch of others. Intelligentsia would be a much bigger hit. I think we go... Let's try and get dedicated police force and National Guard in. Because that strong landowners is just going to repeatedly fuck us otherwise. Because if nothing else, this gives us a shot at getting colonial early. I mean, it's a 7% chance on some of these, but I feel like we kind of got to go for it and hope. Pray to the gods of streaming. So if we go with National Guard, any government patch crashes because of the new patch yet? We've only literally just started, but nothing yet. They've definitely really buffed landowners though, which, as I said, I think is a good thing. I think we're going to try and get streamer RNG and go with dedicated police force. Because we desperately need to start debuffing the landowners. The other thing we might have to try and do is really radicalize them early. But only if we can get someone like Austria to come in on our side. Right, let's pray for some streamer RNG. In the meantime, we know from previous experience that the things we are going to be good at... Well, first things first, we need some construction. So let's get some construction industry built. Be interesting to look for new interface tweaks as well. Let's get 4 of them down. So we'll keep with that. Think we probably want to look at how we get stuff going. I think we definitely want road maintenance down for the construction efficiency. In terms of market access, the stuff we're missing straight up in supply terms is... Yeah, so it comes down to what we've got him sitting here already. So we do want clothes. I think we buy in wheat. Maybe get some livestock down for the fabric and the meat. Silk is nice. Probably want the logging camps. Just get silly not to. We probably want to have a look at these buildings. Because there's no point taking advanced stuff at the moment. So just input wood on that. Yeah, I think we do want a domestic logging industry, even if it's not generating us a lot. We are going to want to buy in clothes. I mean, we can generate a lot of wheat. But without free trade, we've got to be very careful on our trade routes as well. So we could go... If we're YOLOing it for getting abroad as quickly as possible, we'd go farmer and we'd go quinine. which maybe, or we go for fertilizer. Because don't we have sulfur? We do have sulfur mines, so we could get fertilizer and explosives going. I think we're going intensive agriculture, then we'll go quinine. So quinine second, basically. Think in declared interest terms. Right, we need to wait for our interest to build up before we can do anything. I think we're going to declare an interest in the Balkans. So we need our interest groups to tick up before we can do anything, really. Because until we've got that interest in Italy, I do think you should just start with 100% as a released country. You should just start with 100% in your native one. Like, it's just the way to go. Oh, hey, we've got a spammer, have we? Let's see Twitch is being fast today. Right, so let's get our interest group going while I'm attempting to mod that out. Cat, get out of the way. I'm trying to do stuff. Cat. Cat, please. It might well be a Nigerian prince. Certainly seems like it. Going for that. Cat! Seriously. No, go away. Go on. Shoo. Right. So, let's speed things up. And watch for our dip group. Is there anything else we kind of want to do or set? Don't think so, really. We could look at taxes. So this is something they've changed, I've noticed. You get actually an authority bonus if you've got higher wages, and you get negatives if you drop stuff, which I quite like. Even in the Cora. Yeah, so we start with a new patch. Spindlefish. Yes, cat problems. So you get more army morale if you're doing that. The 5% authority off of that, plus the intelligentsia approval and petty bourgeois is actually quite good. In terms of taxes, being able to switch your entire construction queue is quite good as well. I think what we probably want to do, you get legitimacy boost from lower taxes. That's interesting. So in tax terms, don't want to be too punitive on taxes. I think we are going to do a beer tax. I think we're probably going to do wine and luxury clothes and leave it at that. I mean, taxing grain is always an option, but, you know, it's just not one that... There are some downsides to taxing grain, so... You know, I don't have strong opinions on it, but I reckon we probably won't. No strong opinions, but I think we won't necessarily. Which level of authority do you keep full bonus to enactment time? Let's have a look. So, doesn't say here. Interestingly, we're a contested government now, which we weren't a minute ago. Hobro authority, and tell you on there. So we've got a minus 25% on enactment time at the moment. Right. So any other bonuses we should be putting down here? We could maybe stick down boosts on agriculture. Maybe. Have we got our interest yet? 77%. Let's get this up so we can get some trade deals down. Right. Trade. Right. Things we are going to need to temporarily at least buy in. We're going to want furniture and booze for definite. Can we get these things from the Austrians? Yes. In the short term, we want the Austrians to really like us. We're going to want furniture. How much furniture can we get from the Austrians? 37. It'll do for a start. Maybe buy in from the British. Yeah, I think we're going to let the balance build up, but once we get near that, I think there's now much more of an incentive to actually drop taxes, which I quite like. We will buy from the Sicilians. Right, that's a decent amount of furniture imports. I'm conscious we don't want to do too much. We do need clippers. We are going to need guns. Give me clippers. Austrians can give us clippers, so that's perfect. We are going to need wheat no matter what we do, I think. So let's actually have a look at getting some wheat imports. We have access to the Vietnamese market. Righto. But I think we will probably get that off the British, because we'd quite like the British to like us in the long run. What else are we going to need in the short term? I mean, we are going to need fabric in the short term. Can we get it from the Austrians? Yes. Austrian trade deal is basically really high on our list, so let's... right, apparently we've got enough. They're not that far off a trade agreement. Get some throughput on trade, that should tick up pretty quickly. Come on. Come on. Bit more, I don't like doing it on a 0. 1. Right, that snagged an Austrian trade deal. How do the Brits feel about us? Not great, to be honest. Begin improving, begin improving. We'll do it that for now. We have jumped to 11 on this. Right, is there anyone we want to lower the influence of? We probably want to get the devout lowered in influence terms in the short term. We want the intelligentsia boosted. And can we boost the industrialists? We can. Let's do that. This is still such a pretty game that I don't understand in the least. It is a very pretty game. Oh, Britain's improving relations. That's good news for us. Alright, still just about turning a profit, which is good. Or, well, close to one. We are now in dip deficit, though, which we need to fix. Let's cancel our improving on France for now. So the good news is now they've dropped the patch, I can actually properly start doing my Vicky 3 guide. So I'll get a new starter guide going for this over the next week or so. Plus 20%. God, yes, please. 37. That's almost not shit. Right, we're now starting to build logging camps, so... Worried about income. But to be fair, a lot of that is construction. And that's not going to be helped by wood being so expensive. On the plus side, people aren't doing badly on paying for stuff. Fish is a bit expensive, fabric is a bit expensive, we can deal with that. Holy shit, streamer luck. Streamer luck, baby. Also, lol at how low our credit limit is. I feel a bankruptcy coming on. Because there ain't no way we're balancing that budget. Not unless we lower some wages. But even that's not going to have a massive impact. Right, I don't think we want National Guard, if I'm honest. So maybe we do push for colonization, just so we've got it. Because doesn't National Guard limit how many barracks we can then have? Or is that National Militia? Didn't limit you last night. Pause construction until Lumberguard's higher and get the price of wood down a bit. Yeah, we probably will. To be honest, I could actually get in a wood trade route, which would help massively. So we might do that in the short term. Let's try and get colonialism. And at least temporarily, let's get some Austrian wood, giggity. Get some British wood. Let's get some fabric into the market as well. Maybe get some Ottoman wood in. I mean, it is mostly construction that's screwing us. Look, if you're going to go bankrupt early. That's my attitude. Gives disapproval, but doesn't increase things. Let's just let them fight. I brought construction down a lot in terms of price. What could we do in budget balancing terms? We could maybe load that, but it's not really going to save us that much. Not really much point bringing in any other taxes. We could raise overall prices. Let's just pause all for now. Right. That pushes us into positive. So let's just run that for a bit and get the debt down. Because it'd be nice to avoid going bankrupt if we can. Essentially, as long as we don't end up in a debt spiral, we're fine. Um, 5 years of colony growth slowdown is not actually the end of the world for us, but plus 20% enactment time is not great. Who's this radicalizing? The rural folk. Yeah, let's radicalize them. YOLO. Right, we can drop that now. So we'll drop that. Clippers from Austria is not doing us any good. Wood from Austria. I mean, those are just flat out inactive. We're also not exporting stuff when we could be. Sell some stuff. Right, that's intensive agriculture. Which does mean we can start dropping stuff down. Let's get pharmaceuticals and quinine. Just in case we get streamer luck and this passes. Really do with finding some clippers. I mean, we could really do with making some clippers. Do we have shipyards? I feel like we should have shipyards. Right, I think we should probably resume. Right, ethics of exploitation. It's going to radicalize more people. And we'll concede to some of their points. Right, we're on deck construction again, but we're okay. So wood we're correcting for. There is still a market imbalance. Wheat, we probably do just want to import. Fish, I feel like we should be making. Monument to the Duke. Plus 3% prestige, 2% population to become more radical, or piss off the devout, or piss off the devout. Good evening, King's Rook. How is Britain feeling about us these days in terms of trade? Still not great. Right, shipyard's going down. Britain is now cordial to us, which is good. Austrian trade route is no longer producing wood. Let's maybe get rid of that. No, it's still good demand for it. We've got more logging camps going down. What's the inputs for a chemical plant? It's sulfur and something else, isn't it? Sulfur and iron. Yes, see, we don't have iron. But we're going to colonize for iron as soon as we can. Oh, boo. It's my own fault. At least you get a warning on this now. General Staff. Yeah, woods we're working on. I mean, small arms we could do with importing from someone. The Austrians are the obvious candidate, but more trade with the British is always good. And if we buy artillery, let's get that from the British as well. Okay, are we in a position where we can lower general taxes? Yes. There's no point having chem plant until we got the 2 sulfur mines down. Egalitarianism, nice. Bureaucratic embolio. Right, yeah, we're not getting this. We're going to have to drop this. There's no way we're getting this. So, let's drop that for now. Is there anything else we can get through that's worth getting through? Does National Guard limit the amount of barracks you can have? Because if not, we're going for it. Fairly sure it doesn't. Right, on the plus side, we almost have a functional economy now. We have like no world rank, but we have a functional economy. Right, still got wood shortages, clothes shortages. I feel like we can address that. Paper. Meat, well, we want fabric anyway, so... for now. We're going to need to import iron shortly, so... we'll acquiesce to that. Do have an authority shortage, which is annoying. We can probably drop the liquor tax. It's not like we're not generating money. Come on, Britain, you know you want a trade deal. So we've got fish, sulfur, chem, more sulfur. But actually we'll move that down. Get the livestock in first. Still generating a lot of cash now. Is it worth us increasing government wages? Military wages arguably first. Oh, we got National Guard. Right. So we're gradually getting some industrialists, we're getting some intelligentsia. So we could try for colonial resettlement as a start. Better than nothing. Let's give it a go. Right. Wine, I wouldn't mind buying from someone. Get it from the Tuscans. Getting the Tuscans into our little trade union would be nice. Can we improve relations with Tuscany? Yeah, generally having your soldiers well paid is normally a good idea. We could probably afford to expand our construction sector again. Given the profits we've got. How are we looking on tools as well? Oh shit! Streamer luck. Not pre-recorded. Thoughts on Stellaris fleet rebalance? I really like it, or I will really like it, as soon as I work out how the fuck my fleet should be balanced. But in broad principles, absolutely love it. We could do a booze from somewhere else. Tools. Is the input... What input are we missing on tools? Where are tool... Is that iron? Are we missing... Is it because we're missing iron? We don't have any tools workshops. I feel like we want some tools. Like we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot if we haven't got tools. And we definitely don't need clippers anymore. Because we're making them. We can do another declared interest because we lost our Balkan one apparently. I presume that's because we fell too small. Right, I think chem plants, then actually tooling workshops.
Good evening.
Defondo, thank you very much for renewing your subscription. Stellaris mod for Vicky 3. You probably could do one. Farming boom. Yeah, give some more agriculture temporarily. Right, are there actually any laws we can pass that we want to pass? Because I don't think there are. So the option is to gamble and try and get... So we could drop the armed forces from government now. And maybe... Landowners are down to 25% clout, that's good. Rural folk are up though. Can we not have strong rural folk, please? Yeah, that's not going to happen. Presume that's because they're kind of rivals. That wouldn't give us anything useful anyway. Haven't we already got public schools? We start with public schools. It would kill our... If we did that, if we got the devouting and the petty bourgeoisie, or if we brought in the rural folk, we could potentially go for appointed bureaucrats. Which would be useful. Again, stupidly low chance, but why not? It's better than not going for anything. Right. Chem plant is going down, then tooling workshop. So I think that is really what we're short on, is a lot of tools. I mean, frankly, I think we probably want a size 2 tooling workshop. Yes, I know I can alt-click that up, but I'm moving it to 3rd. Right, chem plants means we need iron. Which you can get from the Tuscans. Our efforts to pass the appointed bureaucratic law have run into several classic hurdles. Minus 10% bureaucracy. I'm going to have to take that. I'm just going to have to take that hit for that chance. It's just too big. Why interest in the Balkans? Because loads of people get interested in the Balkans. And that means we can trade with anyone else who is interested in the Balkans. Does implementing certain laws, like appointed parliaments, increase the power of the parties, in this case the intelligentsia? Yes, and it weakens the power of the aristos. So hence why there's a lot of value for us in getting that. So yeah, it's about the fact that we're weakening people we want to weaken. I feel like I might subsidise that. Oh well, stream of luck. Yeah, we've got a tools shortage, but we'll fix that shortly. Now, I don't think there's anything else we want off of the list that's on here. What I really want to do is that, but we just can't. I mean, that would just keep us in the... We'd be a contested government. But don't we get a legitimacy boost for lowering taxes? What if we lower taxes? That's going to leave us at 55. Can we get some voting in? I mean, multiculturalism is what we really want, but you radicalise the devout and the petty bourgeoisie. That radicalises landowners. Landowners only oppose wealth-based voting. Yeah, the Gammons hate it. Like, we're not going to get a republic through, but we could get voting through. I mean, nobody's opposing wealth voting. And wealth voting is arguably better for us than landed voting. Because landed voting just boosts the power of the aristos. Whereas at least wealth voting boosts our industrialists. I'd rather take the temporary prestige boost. Prussia is protective towards us. Hi, Prussia. Probably get a trade deal with Prussia if we did things right. I suspect trade unions like the wealth voting because it's a path to just voting. We do need to make our own weapons. Some arms industries. Right, how are our buildings looking? So the chem plant theoretically has stuff that's not going anywhere to go. That is fixable because we should... Can we use fertilizer here? No, but we can on our wheat farms. Or we export fertilizer. We're going for another civil war like last time. Ideally not, given how badly that fucked us. Right, at the very least we should be doing that. Because we are running vineyards. Alright, well, there goes wealth voting with a 0% success chance. We'll give that another couple of ticks just to see if we get lucky. But if not, we'll cancel it. We're short on booze. The Ottomans have got a fair bit of booze going, but so do the British. And no, we're in a bureaucratic deficit, but... we did just complete urbanized Venice, so... The woman sighs, her old hands stop crocheting for a second. When I was younger, all of this was farmlands. Us kids would just play freely in the fields, not having to worry about getting hit by a cart or those criminals coming to get us. And we still had time to work. Well, Grandma, now people will have even more places to work. Yeah, streamer luck 0% success chance. Yeah, we'll see. Could really do with that. What we could do is... I mean, we're not generating our own paper, are we? Oh, we are generating paper. Actually, we could do sulfite. We've got the stuff for it. Once we build some more sulfur mines... What I'd like to do is, once we get these down, we can start maybe dropping some of our fabric roots. Because we import a lot of fabric at the moment. Right, we've got quinine. Central archives would be good for the taxation capacity. Central banking for the minting. Probably actually modern sewerage. We are quite a concentrated state. Well, at least we know it can't go below 0. Right, let's not do that, shall we? Should we try landed? It's better than nothing. Come on, I want some unproductive trade routes. The problem is we start hitting low peasants after a while. That's why I really don't want to be making... But I want to be just making wine, ideally. Alright, there goes landed voting. Oh, and we got the Ripper event. Right, we've got more sulfur down now, so we should, I think... be able... So, tooling workshops absolutely need subsidizing. Because make me some fucking tools. We are using filing cabinets. Fishing trawlers might help shipyards. That is a good point, because we could flip that to fishing trawlers. Then we're probably going to need to export fish. So tooling workshops are subsidized. Paper mills we can move to sulfite. There's no point in us going leaded glass. Prussia is protective towards us, which is nice. Right, shipyards are making money now. So we could export fish. We can export tools. We have a good market balance on tools. Right, we need to start using our tools more. So... there isn't market imbalance on that. We could... if we started making a bit of coal, we could... There is a cycle we could produce doing that. I'm not sure it's worthwhile. I had a bug the other day where it was saying that Man of Wars were expensive in 1910 even on Dreadnoughts. I mean, well, they would be. This is going to take tools, iron and hardwood. I feel like we want that more than we want sulfur. Also, we could knock our government building up a level. We should be producing clippers now. What I want to see is some unproductive trade routes. Also, we probably want to go chem plants to explosives. %17% success chance. It was worth holding on. I think it is worth holding on just to see if you get that additional event. Fish we really do need to sell. We also do really need to increase our army size. I want to get the arms factory down first. Alright, change your mind then. We are not entering Austria's customs union. No, thank you. Right, hardwood is what they're going to need. Do we import hardwood or flip our own domestic production to it? I think we probably flip our domestic production. Right, we could move to sawmills, which is going to increase tool usage, and then we could go to that, because that increased... That more than offset the increase. And we should be able to produce arms to cover it. Maybe go for cannons as well. Certainly requires iron. Okay, now we are cooking. And we can drop the British wood trade route. Damn, we import a lot of wood from the Ottomans. Remind me never to go to war with the Ottomans. Which means we could probably sell the British hardwood. Actually, sell it to the Tuscans. But I'd rather get rid of our fish. Who wants fish? The Prussians want fish. Rip a new victims. We will fund a larger investigation. We can afford it. We are raking in the cash. Let's drop some taxes. Because if we do that, we can, so we're boosting the industrialists. We can suppress the devout. Right, wine we're going to address the imbalance on. That's because they're all drinking more now that's available. Meat. We could start exporting some hardwood. How do the French feel about us? French are really close to a trade deal. Can we sell hardwood to the French? Yes. Can we import clippers from the French? Yes. I mean, the French will always have wine. France, old buddy, old pal. Close. Oh, we got landed voting. An election is underway and we have a massively illegitimate government, so we do need to deal with that straight away. Who should be in government? That lot. Get the army in as well? Nope. We have a very left-wing army there. The devout wants him, which would make us that, but we're trying to suppress the devout, so let's not. That will do. If we did that. But I don't think we can yet, can we? We have to have the election first. No, I've got to have the devout in. Which means we need to suppress. Yeah, so that is the right-wing party. It does mean we could put something here. Is there anything worth dropping? If there's anything else worth putting down? Right, I feel like we want to build some army. Like, because we don't really have a military here, and we probably do need one. I feel. Modern sewerage is nice. Central archives. Central banking. Nitroglycerin. Railways we're going to get soon anyway. What about camera? Oh, hang on. Gantry cranes would be nice, but it's 9 years. I mean, shell gun would be nice. Let's get nitro. The other thing is if we can boost up, we can get an interest down, because we have got colonial resettlement. Didn't we get colonial resettlement in the end? We did, didn't we? Austria wishes to enter into a defensive pact. Who are you about to go to war with, Austria? I mean, even if Austria is about to go to war, I feel like that's beneficial to us. Who are you at war with, Austria? They're rivaled to Britain and the Ottomans and the Prussians. I kind of feel like that's not actually useful for us, because there's some healthy trading partners there for us. Can we upgrade our clipper production? So if we did, we'd need engines. So we have to buy engines from somewhere. We do have the hardwood. That would then, if we did that, and we did that, that would allow us to expand the navy. Now it does mean we need to get a trade route. Engines, can buy them off the British. I feel like that sulfur mine isn't a priority. Shockingly, the right won the election. Does mean we are a righteous government. So if there was anything we did want to act, we'd have a good chance of getting it through, but I don't think there is anything. Not sure we want health stuff yet. Austria really wants that defensive pact. No. Right, we probably need to deal with our bureaucracy deficit. At least our arms industries are profitable now. We're going to go secular. And yeah, we should build the navy as well. That got us railways. Can we get another declared interest yet? Well, we're dropping more ports, we then get another government administration, then we get naval. Down to 83k peasants, so. Chem plants aren't hugely profitable for us. Because we're just not using all our sulfur. Or our fertilizer, rather. We could export fertilizer. The other thing we could do is, if we maybe we want to get at least a couple of coal mines down. I know we're short on peasants, but domestic coal production is just useful. But we need our prestige up so we can drop another declaration of interest. Because we can only have one at the moment and we really need to get more than one. Because then we can get colonizing. Anything we can automate? Yeah, I think there is some stuff we can do that's going to free things up. We probably will want to look in tech terms at improving our rural stuff. So, for example, I think we could drop the amount of labourers. I mean, basically, railroads is what we probably want to be building. A lot of import demand for glass. Meat is really expensive on the Venetian market. Can we buy that from the Ottomans, please? I should get it from the Austrians. No convoy cost. Tuscany, would you like an alliance? I think we definitely go for an alliance with Tuscany. That served us really well last time. Is there anything else we can buy from the Tuscans to get them into a trade union? I mean, we are super short on paper. Like, we absolutely want to be doing that. We're on sulfite already. There's not really much more we can do on that. If we get the coal mines down, I think water tube boiler, and we almost want to double paper production. And get more efficient. Social mobility to increase. Yeah, we could. We do need more clothes. Get them from the Ottomans. So close. We just need something else we can buy off the Tuscans. Is there a way to see what the Tuscans are exporting? What are they creating? They're creating iron. Haven't we already got an import with iron with the Tuscans? Yes. They're offering wheat, but it wouldn't be profitable. So we could go with Tuscan glass, but we need to essentially... Don't we need to subsidise that then to make it profitable? That's enough. Nice. I want them in our customs union ideally, but we can work on that. Lucca. Medina. Got cotton plantation potential, good for wheat. Bit of iron. Click on Tuscany, click the arrow at the top, and then do it again. It will show the market screen. So click on Tuscany, arrow at the top, and then do it again. Nice. Good work. So you can see what they've got in excess, which is iron, but we're buying iron off of them already. Fabric, and that's really useful to know. That is a good tip. Thank you for that. Right, we're getting some coal mines down. Right, see, Prussia is protective. I would very much like Prussia to like us. More than I would like the Austrians to, frankly. Because we could take some territory off the Austrians with Prussian help. Right, as soon as we get a second coal mine down, I'm going to flip our paper production method. Because my thinking is, like, we go to that, which is going to be short-term pricey, but it's going to create a demand for coal. Which they're now producing. and we need in the market. We need more tools. Right, that means we should be producing explosives, which in itself means we can then be more efficient on coal. But can we be more efficient on tools? Yeah, it costs more iron. And we can use water-cooled coil, which is going to reduce jobs when we need to. I think we... I mean... Plus 10 influence is nice. Right, is there anything... Right, we're fine on tool production now that we've flipped. Is there anything we want to make more efficient? Would higher military push you to the next interest level? Maybe, but we are skirting the edge of profitability. Yeah, art is probably what we want to be doing, isn't it? Especially as we're ramping up paper production. Art would be good. Random histo fact. For a significant part of Romans' history in Britain, Roman Britain was really effectively a giant naval base, as we're talking about naval bases. The Roman Navy ran a considerable percentage of the industry in in Britain at the time because they needed it. So whenever you go to archaeology stuff on so much of the kind of the furnaces, the rope making, all of this, as with modern or early modern Britain, was naval history linked. I think people underestimate just how much of the Roman Navy really dominated Britain. Yeah, I think maybe we go art. Let's get an arts academy down. No one's gifted us a university, which is annoying. And I think we're going to cancel... I think that should be enough. So Russia got a treaty port. Britain went for regime change and Russian war preparations. Now we do have scope to get more efficient on some of these things. Good evening, Bringing Revolution. Now how is our market looking? What are we short on? We are short on luxury furniture. Who is selling luxury furniture that we want to butter up? The French? Like when you hit... Oh, Britain wants a pro... Yes, yes. Trade agreement with Britain. Nice. Trade agreement with... Hold up. No, that's not them joining ours. That's sad. Sad panda. Right, trade Britain treaty with Britain is brilliant. So more paper mills going down. So do we increase military wages again? Is that going to give us an influence boost? Gives us higher army power projection, which is good. So I think we are going to do it. We're short on services. What produces services? Clothes we can buy in. Booze we can buy in. Some from the Greeks. And we could totally become a Prussian protectorate. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that idea. I mean, don't we want child crushing machines? What are children if not small crushing machines? Someone remind me what makes services. Oh, you got another histofact. I don't think there's a naval follow-up. Would themes feel thematically appropriate? Oh, an awful lot of nurses in early 19th century, well, mid to late 19th century British Royal Navy were actually black. But they are massively underrepresented in the records, because the records only list their owners because they were slaves. So one of the things we really do need to do a lot more study into is just how many black women were working and critical in the Royal Navy in the sort of early to mid 19th centuries. It's a good example of one of those areas where people, just because someone isn't present in the historical record doesn't mean they didn't play an enormous part in history. It just means the historical record is skewed against them. So it's a really good example of that. Urban centres primarily. Is that a development thing? I always forget. Could produce some groceries. We can go 3 churches because we can. We're already on market squares, so we'd need to go up to covered markets. We can go gas streetlights. It's going to eat a lot of coal, but we're underproducing coal at the moment, aren't we? Because our coal mines aren't profitable. So that should actually rocket the demand for coal, which is good. So we could then use nitro to produce more coal. And atmospheric pumps. Or just go straight to condensing pumps. Depends whether we can get the jobs. We probably need a university, don't we? On our chem plants... Kindly burn this letter. Minus 20% momentum added to the right. Yes, please. Could do with a bit more sulfur as well. How are our tooling workshops doing? There is a market imbalance in tooling. Thing is, we're boosting the industrialists. I think the problem is because they're marginalised, it's just really slow growth. Like really slow growth. You just have to pray for something interesting to happen at an election. Yeah, the right's still dominating our elections. Right, the Art Academy is down. Paper mills... We're still short on paper. Glassworks shouldn't be struggling. But just because of the low prices on it. We could import lead. So I think we are going realist. You know, bourgeoisie art. We're all about churning out the paintings of Oh, we need sugar. Give me sugar from the... Where do we want sugar from? French and British would be cheapest because we've got trade deals with them. Clothes from the British market. Oh man, imagine what we'd be like with free trade. No, it's all it's bourgeoisie art. So we're basically just producing infinite amounts of like live, laugh, life posters. Is basically what we're making. It's all that kind of nonsense. Ooh, Great Lighthouses of Ireland. I will absolutely watch that. Right, should we be building anything? Tech. What tech do we want? Stuff that boosts prestige. Sports? And we could do that and import some dye. Give me some dye. Who's producing dye? Get dye from the Vietnamese, apparently. Now we're short on convoys, but that is fine, because I think we can still build some ports. Farming boom. Do we want an even bigger army? We can afford it. Imagine gaining prestige for being the biggest, largest producer of live, laugh, life signs. Yeah, well, exactly. Everyone would be like, "Wow, you produce so many live, love, life, laugh signs." Get it from the British as well. There we go. I think we want to get some rail because we're going to open up a lot of employment opportunities by doing rail. So we want to make transport. Transport is generated by... Also, we kind of need a university. Let's get a university down. We don't have one. I was hoping that we'd get one, but we haven't. Let's let that finish and then we'll... Well, actually, let's boost that to the top. And then drop it one. So transport is... Our coal is short on inputs of some kind. What are you short on? Explosives. So our chem plant not churning out enough explosives. Should be. Costello 90, thank you very much for the follow. Sulfur is really pricey. That should help, I think. That's a subscription! Thank you, Costello90. I didn't spot that. That was very generous of you. I do apologise. Secular Academia, thank you very much. And we will have a philosophy department. Probably means we're short on paper again. Yeah, we're massively short on paper. Don't really want to expand the paper industry anymore, though. Right, transport. How are we creating transport? We should build some railways, shouldn't we? Get some railways down. France! Do we not have a trade agreement with you already? We do now. Medina would go for a defensive pact. Is there a world market table graph anywhere? There's not really a world market, is there? So, do we want a defensive pact with them? I feel like we do, because at some point the fucking Sicilians are going to try and form the Italian. And thank you for the gift sub.
Defondle gifted a tier 1 sub to Kings _Koruk. They have
We'll
given
have to raise
11
some
gift
taxes
subs
soon.
in the channel.
Siam is raising things with us. Our shipyards are losing money. It's because we've got a lot of clippers in the marketplace and man of wars. Can we sell some? We are short on tools. Let's buy them from the Austrians. We could sell them to the PayPals. Sell them to the Ottomans. We got an Ottoman trade deal, because I feel like we should. Yeah, we're not far off an Ottoman trade deal. Can't have gondola-based transport in Venice. Yeah, I know, it's a disgrace, isn't it? Okay, now we're losing an awful lot of money. And we'd be losing money even if we weren't constructing stuff. We may finally have to raise some taxes, chat. Thing is, we are paying our army an awful lot of money. Can we have another? We're rank 19. We're a minor power. Can't we have another interest yet? Why do we only get one maximum interest? You used to get two, didn't you? Right, railways are building. Yeah, mine are definitely used to be 2. I feel like they've gimped that too much. Like, I feel like having 1 interest there is... I mean, we could risk dropping the Balkan one. Maybe we risk dropping the Balkan one and go for... Oh, people really like the right. That's a problem. I mean, we want to be around here. Getting our colony action on down here. Let's see if this fucks any trade routes. Hopefully it won't. Right, organised sports gives us a prestige boost. Is there anything else that would give us a prestige boost? Cameras. 4 years. Give us cameras. The Ottomans are at war with Egypt. That won't go well. Right, we now do have a diplomatic interest in Indonesia, so we can at least... establish economy. So railways finish shortly. The right one again. It's not helping that we're having to keep this fucking rip. How long has this ripper been ripping for? Right, we do need engines. Why are we importing these from the British? Can I get them from the French? We might have to start making engines, but it's a pain in the arse for us. Until we can get some iron supplies. I mean, if we expand our weapons production, that's going to help us a lot. Not enough fully qualifications to fully staff it though. Yeah, we could increase that actually. Do we go straight for 3? What's the cost increase if we do that? How well we're doing it. And we probably want to be increasing our education. That's going to boost our costs, but thing is, we've got 1.6 million in reserves. We can run in debt for a while. Oh, we need to get a port down here as well. Okay, ready for the choo-choo trains? Give me some choo-choo trains, game. Choo-choo train! Choo-choo trains. Sometimes you get a uni for free, but we have had to build one. Right, we are very low on workers, so we're going to need to start freeing up some workforce. So let's start on our base level stuff. I suspect mines. Interesting, we're not overproducing fish anymore. Our immigration laws are fucked because we've only got the right in government. Right, that frees up 4K workers. Could do the same for coal. And we can do the same for logging. Right, that gives us a little bit of population to play with. It should mean our arms industries start to staff up. What's up? You've been fed. I'm sure you've been fed. I am absolutely certain you have been fed. And Bex is downstairs, so don't tell me you haven't been getting a lot of attention either. But glassworks. That is an emperor. Yeah, we need to get more efficient. We do have some unemployed now. So we are overproducing sulfur. We could flog some sulfur for a while. What else uses sulfur that we might want to use it for? Maybe we just sell it for now. Ammo. Does ammo actually use sulfur? Ammo! We don't have any ammo production. Can we make ammo yet? I don't think we can. Munitions plants. Give me some munitions plants. Yeah, maybe the main issue we've got is maybe we should get another level of chem plant down. They are falling away in support. There's a non-zero chance we might not get a change of government if we can just about afford to boost the armed forces as well. No one wants to sell us paper. We need to get our prestige up. They've definitely changed that. They've made it much harder to get declared interests. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I may be okay with it as long as there's another way of getting interests. Like maybe there's a relatively early trade tech that allows you to get one. Gold has been discovered in Brunei, you say? Oh, the Dutch are eating into our territory. We're not entering their customs union. Outrageous that the Dutch are creeping into our territory. Right, we have 14k peasants here, so we can start building. So, what do we want to build here? If we can get our own dye industry, that's going to be good. Well, I'd argue that iron is more of a priority. Let's get 2 iron mines down. And we are going to need a government administration. How big are your armies, Brunei? Kind of feel like a war with Brunei is brewing. Yeah, I think iron and dye is our early stuff there. Pay peas? Yeah, you can have a trade deal. Tuskies aren't far off customs union. Fuck me. Can someone just deal with the Ripper, please? Some luxuries after iron. Yeah. Probably a good idea. Right, camera. That's a bit more prestige. Right, is there nothing that gives us a more of an interest? Max Colonial Affairs would allow us to go for the Panama Canal. Let's go civilizing mission. YOLO. Right, we want the stuff that reduces labour usage. We should build some railways here, shouldn't we? God, we need paper. Oh, new party, patriotic party. The left are getting stronger. I think the left have a good chance of winning the next election. If the left can win it, we're cooking. Oh, if we get a left election win, we're loving it. Yeah, we can change art production to photography, and I think we want to, don't we? It's going to consume more tools and paper, but produces a bit more services and a bit more fine art. Apparently we're short on coal. We are short on wood. Right, so can we get it from one of the markets we want to... We can get it from the Tuscans, we can get a load of wood from. Apparently we are very short on clothes, but not really much we can do about that. Are we really that short on coal? We are. Patriotic Party is like but with only instruments of that country. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, come on, lads. Oh, thank fuck. We finally completed the Ripper murders. We got him. We are Venetian first, Catholic second. I mean, we could get some logging down here as well, but I suspect we're better off getting some of the luxuries, aren't we? Actually, dye would be good, because we can kill off a dye route or two. Yeah, I mean, we could always import wood from Russia. It's like the infinite wood cheat. Aren't we already importing wood from Russia? We import 440 wood from Tuscany. That's insane. Do they not want into our customs union yet? Because I feel like they should at this point. Minus 18. Oh man, can we get the Tuscans into our... What else can we buy off Tuscany? What else can we buy off Tuscany? We're not buying tools off them. And we are eternally short of tools. I'm guessing they haven't got enough to sell us. So we could get fabric off them. Are we already importing fabric off? Are we not a participant in the Tuscan market? Aren't we in northern Italy? Oh, is that because we have to be on our own trade thing to be able to... You can absorb either papers, you get adjacency, yeah. What we need is Modena. I'm not sure I can get that. I feel like we're probably the world's largest massive consumer of paper. There's just nowhere else we can buy paper from. How's our navy doing these days? Now we have 5 navy, we should double that, shouldn't we really? Can we get someone who isn't landowners? We can get them. He's got an explorer as well. What number of producer of paper are we? That's a good question. But we produce 599 and we're trying to buy 816. Like, how do we see where we're ranked in terms of world paper supplies? We're the 9th highest producer of paper worldwide. Beating out Russia. A lot of this is just we need more market access. If we can get one more declared interest down, we're laughing. We could start producing paper in Venetian Celebes. We do have a logging industry there. Why is this iron not productive? Is that because we've got too much iron in the market? Where are we buying iron from? We're buying it from Tuscany. I don't want to drop that because we're trying to get them into our customs union. What's code for Bird and Blend? Just use the code TheBrit, all capital letters, at checkout, and if you've not used it already, they will send you some free stuff. They have, by the way, if you are looking for presents for relatives who like tea, so it's you kind of like, oh my god, I don't know what to get my aunts or anything like that, Bird and Blend is your friend. They have tea gift boxes, and they are fucking amazing. And they do both loose leaf and boxed varieties. So absolutely use them. Perfect for presents. Like it comes across as a thoughtful gift whilst also actually being relatively like an easy to get. Alright, how do we get our prestige up? Naval is increase would do it. So do we just double the size of our navy? I mean, we kind of need to anyway, don't we? I'm just worried about our economy. I might go extensive military shipping. It's not like we're using the clippers. Let's go extensive and let's expand the navy. People are buying ammunition off us, which is nice. Yeah, how we ranked on fine art production? We're so short on paper. We do need more wood. Let's just use the infinite wood cheat. How are we short on fish? That's outrageous. Oh man, we'd have to produce a lot. We'd have to expand this. I mean, it's doable. That's what we'd have to do to even get close to it. Paper is just our big problem. There's just nowhere we can get paper from. Paper's what's screwing us in money terms. I do feel like a war with Brunei is brewing. We have to fight the Dutch East Indies, which doesn't sound fun. We have 21k peasants here. Dye plantations should be picking up. Right. If we've got dye imports, we should be killing them. Right, we desperately need fish. We can get that from the Austrians, but at a loss. We can get it from the British. We really need glass. We can get that from the Tuscans, and that's a big import to get from them. We really need clothes. We can get that from the PayPals. We can get wine from the British. Or the Austrians. Or the PayPals. Get it from the PayPals and the British. We can get 10 glass from the Austrians. Yeah, I mean, our navy will be smaller than the Dutch navy at the moment. Let's get some small arms in at the moment, because we do need them. Ooh, does publicly traded help us? Does publicly traded goods help us? The intelligence fund done cheap paper. Yeah, fucking tell me about it. Fucking love some paper. And some clothes. We might have to look at clothing production. We're using dye workshops. Does that actually do us any good? Like, what benefit does that potentially bring to us? 'Cause I don't see any benefit it brings. Could do with some mechanized looms. We need some efficiency stuff. Oh, mechanized looms for 8 to 15 months. Yes, boost it. I mean, we could make less luxury clothes. Also, I feel like we should actually add a tax at this point. You seen look at our wealthy standard of living. It's 40. It's insane. Yeah, we could increase colonial affairs again. I feel it is useful for us. Yeah, we've got like 30k peasants around here now. Do we start making paper here? I feel like we have to. Yeah, there is just a massive shortage of clothes worldwide. Or within the markets we've got access to. Navy is gradually increasing. I think we want it even bigger. A new admiral has presented himself. So you get more increased power to the trade unionists or landowners. Yeah, give me fucking trade unionists, please. Any more tools for anywhere? Some French tools. Okay, mechanized looms is going to be useful because that gives us more clothes with less workers. And we have exactly 5k peasants and 159 on textile mills. Give me mechanized looms. That's 12,000 less labourers. Give me sewing machines. Yes, please. Right, let's try and equalise this. We're going to need a hell of a lot more tools. And we're going to need a lot more silk. We can't make our silk production more. You know what you know what we should do? Do we just stop producing luxury clothes? There's nowhere we can buy silk. Our ammo production is a funny one. Ooh, lead is ridiculously pricey. And to be honest, we can cancel road maintenance now. It's because our Prussian route's fallen off. Right, we've got 17k peasants, so we can employ some more people. Don't need any clothes from the PayPals anymore. I feel like if we could get fish from somewhere as well, that would help. Sayak can sell us a lot of fish. Okay, paper. Paper. More momentum to the left. Please let the left win the election. Got 30k peasants here now, that is usable. More left momentum. Give them as much momentum as we can. Oh, we got another declared interest. How does that work? How does that fucking work? How does that fucking work? I don't get that. Nobody has paper to sell. Right, the question becomes whether we go colony again. And if we're going colony, where are we going colony? Are we not producing photographic art? I feel like we should be. Yeah, look, we're producing photographic art. I mean, we could go down here, but I'm not sure there's a lot of value in it. It's just coal and sulfur. I mean, naval bases would make sense. So you'd have a minimum number of naval bases before you can start doing stuff. That would kind of make sense. And we have just hit 2 lots of 5. We've just hit 10. Give us coal. If we go down here, there's ooh, hello goldfields. A lot of iron. We could colonize around here. We could go for the Cape. What do we need to do to get Suez? I mean, or we do our classic and try and go after the Marina Kingdom. You tend to get oil, rubber down here, don't you? It's got a lot of logging. And whaling for oil. Trees and paper. And the other thing is we're going to need... We don't have a lot of native heavy industry. So I think actually... I think we do go down here. But the coastal side of it's weak. I don't know. Trouble is Portugal's beaten us to the coast there. Not a lot of pops around there though. That's the thing, pops is a thing we could do with, and there is pops around here. And that's all the logging industry we need. It will get rubber and it's got the plantations. But we would have to attack them for it. Where do we see their military strength? I mean, we should be able to beat them. It's almost the pop access that this gives us that makes that valuable to me. Yeah, I do want a bigger navy before we try that. The alternative is we use it as an opportunity to open up the Qing markets to us. Let's grab the territory around here and then have half an eye on Marina. Someone will join our... Modena will join our customs union. If we owed them an obligation... No, but why are you saying that it's going to let them if it's not going to let them? Arsehole. Don't tell me things I can't do. Right, let's let that build up and then we'll get another colony down. Damn it! Stop winning elections. Five years at 25% migration, or we get 4K progress on film. Migration. Not that it really helps us. Oh, minus 44. We would get that if we had adjacency. Right, dye we can fill the gap on. Fine art we need to export. We can export that to the Tuscans in our continuing effort to persuade them to join our market. And we can flog it to the French and the British. And we will cancel our small arms from Britain. And if I'm right, that means we should be able to slam a colony down here now, doesn't it? Can't incorporate thingy yet. The other option is we do have the option of going with a colony on Papua, which gives us a lot of iron and a lot of pops. And sulfur. But we're almost finished there, so I think we finish that one off and then go for it. Let's get ourselves in down here, because Portugal and France are trying to do things around here. And I'd quite like a larger navy again. Got no peasants again. So dye shortages. We need to address the dye shortages. No, Great Britain. You're welcome to enter ours. Join our customs union if you like. Right, is there anywhere else we can get more efficient? Water boilers is going to give us some workers back. gradually employing people. Tiny worker saving, but not a lot. Not convinced there's anything we can do to scrape jobs back. Prussia got cut down to size. Bavaria's free again. It's going to be a fair few days before we get any progress on there. That's the severe malaria kicking in. But we are going to need a port down there. Greater trade unions. Grey industrialists. Right, dye is going down, as in being produced. We've got some more paper mills coming online here. They're on sulfite, they're on water tubes. So that's another... Okay, we're getting there on paper. We're getting there on paper. No, we're not. Increase the industrialists again. Getting low on convoys. Is there anywhere to go after this? Yes, there's still some bits around here they can colonise. Right, dye production is up. There goes dye. Do need more glass. We're now a net producer of clothes. Damn, the Austrians need a lot of clothes. I feel like leaving the Austrians short of clothes is in our interests. We're a number 7 producer of paper worldwide. And we need more wood. We're pulling in a lot of wood, but I bet you we still need more. Oh no, we're alright on wood. We're alright on wood. That's good. Is that finally going to sort out our paper shortage? Basically making more dye and then flipping this one to paper bleaching. Holy shit, yes it would. Cancel those and focus on dye. If we encouraged agricultural, that would also help there. But we'd have to cancel something political to do it. I don't want to do that. We are still boosting these. We could stop boosting the armed forces. Drop down, encourage agricultural industry. Are going to need more government administration now. We are now the #4 producer in paper worldwide. And we're still short by 400k. Is that because it's because we're flogging paper to the world? It's because we're supplying so much paper to the world. That's why there's so much world demand for paper that everyone's just eating everything we can produce. That's the issue. So actually, given we can do it, what we actually just want to do is just turn around and say, protect domestic supply. Like, the easiest thing we could do is just cut off the Austrians. Or Portugal. I mean, yeah, or I could become the world's most dominant paper manufacturer. Enact wealth voting. Yes, please. Give me some ironclads. We'll buy booze off Austrians. Oh no, we're short on luxury furniture. Yeah, we're starting to get market access issues here. The port construction will fix that. What do we need tech-wise to make paper more efficiently? Rotary valve engines. Should be 3 years. Wealth voting, motherfuckers. I don't want devout getting more things. Ugh, let's give the devout. Census suffrage, you say? Why have our politics suddenly got so much more amenable to doing things? Is there anything else we can get through, we want to get through? Give us some census support. Census suffrage would be lovely. The left will start winning some elections. Tempted to downsize this. Just ditch it. Get the peasants back. And make them work in some paper factories. Let's see if we can get census suffrage through, and then we'll call it there for the stream. I can smell my dinner cooking. Shipyards are still struggling a bit. Engines is the problem. Get some engines off of Prussia. Yes, give more momentum to the left. Come on, elections. Minus 15 success chance, minus 10% success chance. Just want to run till this election. What's going on with British Columbia? Oregon! Go Oregon! Fuck happened there? The little beaver flag. The Republic of Oregon. Should we increase our law enforcement again? We could increase our home affairs. There's no harm in doing that. Yeah, Mexico is very drunk. France, go home. So close. I mean, we could owe them an obligation and then they'd get in. Something to think about for next time. Oregon are a republic. They are a presidential elected... They are a Protestant republic. They are governed by the armed forces. So they are a republic in inverted commas. Actually, what's New Zealand like? New Zealand might be worth a go. Fuck me, the right one again. Getting closer though. Census suffrage will push that through, I reckon. Oh, now you give me census suffrage. Game. Right, I think that does mean next election we are getting what we need though, right? Transport. We really need transport. So we need to start making a lot of transport, which means we need to get some railways down, which means we need engines. And engines are a really scarce resource. Transport is what's screwing us in so many places. Right, for a start, let's turn off transport in the industries here. Where are we using it in here? It's just on the die, isn't it? It's going to use more labour, but I think it's just got to be done. Maori warriors. Don't think so. No bonuses. Staffing our buildings is the problem. If we can get the left in at the next election, There's literally no one in the world we can buy paper from. We need to double it to make number 3. Go home, Prussia, you're drunk. Everyone and their mother wants us in their customs union because we're now in a position where we can export dyes. So let's export some dyes. Definitely going to need more engines, but I just don't think there's anywhere that's exporting them. Yeah, look. We might have to start making engines, which is problematic. I just don't see how else we're going to get them. What we might need to do is ditch our logging camps and start making engines instead. We'll just have to entirely rely on logging imports for now. I think we just need to... Well, there goes the gold. Can we incorporate that state now? Still growing. Where's it still growing? Oh, there. Now we can incorporate it. It costs a lot of bureaucracy, but it's probably worthwhile. There's a fair bit of pop here. Not a lot there apart from that, though. So I think we probably do stick around in this area and we just go straight for Papua. Again, for the plantations, iron and logging. Now we could set up a steel industry here. Yeah, well, it's paper for the paper god, isn't it? We could get Tildor as well. Which is again iron, logging and plantations. There's a grand total of 431 peasants there. 98k, 110k. I almost feel like we should now push to just be the world, to be #1 paper producer in the world as like a stream goal. Also, we need bigger armies. That was not where I meant to build that. Hello. They're puppeting some people. Sulu has backed down. Damn it, Sulu. Right, let's incorporate that. Which does mean we need to increase some government capacity. Or just cancel some bad trade routes. That'll help. We can get another declared interest down. Where do we want to declare an interest then? I feel like we want to get involved in China. Closing in on Great Britain. Hello, Kitty. This is maxed out though in pop terms. Unless we can get more transport production, we're not going to get anything out of that. And I mean, yeah, I think we start maybe just ditching some of our things like logging camps. I think that's the goal. Yeah, excellent place to sell paper, China. I mean, given the size of our country, We're number 10 in world GDP. Our standard of living is insane. If you're a poor person in our country, you have a 17.5 standard of living. Motor industry is going down. That'll give us engines, but we're going to need steel. We definitely need more government bureaucracy, which means we need a little thing called paper. The bureaucracy is expanding to meet the needs of the expanding bureaucracy. Oh shit, the Dutch have turned up. Yeah, give me some gantry cranes. France and Britain are about to go to war. Great Britain wants us in their war. What are they going to offer us? I feel like you should offer us something if we're going to do this. Does this give us an obligation with the British? Now, it doesn't say they're offering us anything. Again, it was 10% of the French treasury for the duration of 60 months. That's no good to us. Like, we're not poor. Give me obligations. Like, we're leaning towards the British, but you got to give us something, Britain. You got to give us something better. Britain owes us an obligation if we come in. Now that's worthwhile. I feel like that's worthwhile, you know. What could we get out of the British if we had an obligation? Well, we could drag them into a war. Oh, you know what we could do? I still haven't forgiven the fucking Papal States for last game. We could next stream try and use the British to go to war for something. We could get rightful Venetian territory back. What would it cost us, the French? A lot of trade deals. Basically, tools, lead, luxury furniture, clippers. We're selling them some fine art, and we're selling them some hardwood. We could sustain it. We could find alternate routes. We'll do it. Let's see how this plays out, and then we'll stop for the day. Dutch East Indies have rivaled us. We could use him to go after the Dutch East Indies. I feel like we should probably be mobilising. War with Langfang it is. And suddenly we are losing a lot of money. Right. Well, I think that's probably a good place to leave the stream. We are at war with France. We have a bureaucracy problem. So there's some stuff we will need to sort out next stream. Yeah, the trade deal with France is a big loss. Essentially, these routes have become inactive because we're at war. So I think first things first, we just cancel all of them. And that drops us straight down to minus 34. But